Chill Pills making a return as an interesting build. You may notice his weapons. Could it be Transmog? Could it be a real dual wield? Who knows? We got us this clean, looking clean. Oh my god, actually looking kind of clean. We got us a speed over on that team. We got Crack as well as Young. It looks like Chill Pills charging out first up for Chicago. What are you doing? You got a fifth in here. Build wall. Hey, I was gonna say for a second. Like, where are they? Chicago immediately trickens with their Mortal Winter right on top of him. Does not have a way out. Wait a second. Oh my god, Chill Pills just absolutely crashing right through him. Aegis Stricken tried to save you, but it wasn't enough. Chill Pills, what'd you just do? We looked away for a second, and Chicago's on the floor. It's gonna be Valorant trying to see if he can get in there next. It's gonna be immediate interrupt. But it looks like Valorant, oh yeah, the Resolve Trinket. It no longer prevents interrupts. Oh my goodness, that is so weird. Or not Resonator. Is it Resolve? Is it, I forgot what it was. But Valorant tried to see if he can stay on top of Chill Pills. That was a quick interrupt. You're immune to CC by using that trinket. The new Shadowlands trinkets in the Season 3 that made it over into Season 4. The Zerath Mortis first one's trinkets. But it no longer makes you immune to CC. And Chilpa just continuing to blast him out, trying to keep the pressure rolling versus Valorant. Gonna be an interrupt versus the Cyclone. Unless Valorant got himself any more healing. Does not play Necro Roach. It's not like he can jump in a bear form and get himself a full Fleshcraft. Chilpa sacrificing that goal and trying to see if he can slow down Valorant just a little bit. Silence onto the Druid to follow as Chilpa just continues to blast out Valorant with full might as he got himself the Pillar of Frost. Big Obliterates coming through. Does get himself a grip. One more Obliterate is all he needs. And does get one more. Absolutely just decimating with Shadow Rick around the corner. Does get hit with a chill. With a Howling Blast and a Frost Fever rolling on him. As Chilpa's just trying to see if he can cut down the Succubus. Only a minute 30 into this duel, man. And Chilpils is already putting in the work into the Team 1. Trying to see if he can get some CC onto the Succubus. Knows there's going to be an interrupt. Could, I think, maybe Lichborn it? Can you Lichborn it? Shadow Rig dropping down the Infernal. Trying to get some Shadow damage in there. Going to be a stun, but Chilpils. Full Mortal Winter stun on everything. Shadow Rig does go for, I think, Human Racial to support out of the way. But all he spends is CC. It's not like he can really lock down Chilpils with him. Succubus CC for a second, but then Infernal. And the Rain of Fire may break it. It's only a may break effect now. It's very similar to a Fury. Just to break immediately. But now, like a Fear, Succubus CC may distract you from the Succubus or the Incubus, while Chilpus is mesmerized by their demonic glory, appeal. The foul powers can't seduce anybody. Gonna be a Chilpus with a trinket. This Death Knight will not be corrupted by the Fel though. Looking to drop down Shadow Rig, trying to get a Fear last second, but the only thing he'll fear is the Death Knight himself. As Chilpa just goes in there. 2 minutes, 30 seconds, 40 seconds into the duel already. Team 1 is hurting. They're down to just a few soul members. Looks like Danil is looking at Build Wars. He's like, yo, my mans, you are potentially next. And hopefully Chill Pills will at least give that man at least an opportunity to build up a gateway and everything. It looks like that's exactly what he's doing. Trying to give him as much of an honor deal. You got your gates? Alright, I'm gonna see if we can swing around. Slow as hidden Chill Pills immediately. Trying to go for Chain of Ice and Root onto the pet. Separating the pet from the Warlock. Actually immuning the ability for the pet to even stun you. Fear after that Mortal Coil could potentially be an Axe Toss to prevent him. Build Wars getting hit with a stun yet again. I think Human Racial's out of that one just to make sure you can keep moving. Fear, Chilpus does go for a pretty long range interrupt. Silence auto build walls immediately. Chilpus does have quite a bit of damage going in. Tyrant joining up. And Chilpus is going to take quite a bit of damage. AMS available. It's going to be a full decimated bolt versus Chilpils. As he's trying to see if he can maybe separate away from build walls. Going to be a flash scaff available. As Chilpus looking for a bit of recovery. Build walls just kind of chilling on his side of the pillar. And it's going to be the Warlock and the Chill Pills just kind of hanging out. It looks, I'm actually surprised because I'm so used to these two just kind of fighting each other. But looks like it's just going to go for a little bit of a longer game. Just going to take a sweet, sweet time. Build Walls did build up a bit of a Decimated Bolt. He got all the Demon Bolts ready to go. Trying to maybe reposition the Eye of Kilrog. Or is he just trying to summon a pet? Wait, does Eye of Kilrog let you reposition your pet back up? Wait, I think it's basically trying to reposition the pet without having to summon one. That may be some new strat that I've never seen before. Some new tech the Demonology Warlocks may be using. Gotta be a quick Decimate Bolt around the corner. Astral Plus gets hit with the sun. Mortal Coil to follow. Fear, though, is not going to be in good line of sight. That is also an Obelisk right next to him, so it's a faster casting. IF Kilrog does reposition the pet. What is that? That's some new tech. IF Kilrog lets him put the pet right next to him without having to resummon a new one. So Chilpus can't just take down the pet and will it down over time. Having to burn a death pack himself, trying to go for some cooldown, stun onto build wars off of that silence, maybe able to lock him down, looking to just crash down this obliterates back to back, does have an AMS in case there's more CC on the way, but build wars is gonna pour it out of there. Chiple's trying to see if he can rampage to the pet, taking out a Felgar, looks like it's gonna be freshly summoned, but build wars is still so low on health, getting a trip through the shadow, grip right back in, one more frost strike, and Chiple's does end up taking him out. Death Indicate dropping down versus Danil. Trying to go for a blind, but misses him. This is where Chilpos may have to hang back a little bit. Recuperate all his defensive cooldowns and offensives because he's fighting Feral Druid. Summoning up a ghoul. Could potentially sacrifice it for a little bit extra healing. But does he need to? He can just keep the ghoul out. Does provide a little bit extra damage. And stabs the nil from going to stealth. Denying the Feral stealth is actually a pretty big advantage for Chill right now. Not letting him go into stealth does deny him that Rake stun opener that also amplifies the damage of Rake. Trying to see if he can get away. IBF immediately off of that maim, trying to deny any dots before they attack him, is going to get himself regenerating as he's free off of all dots. Big recovery with a flesh cap too. And Danil, unless he does not get a stealth, does get rooted though. Gonna be quick, Roar's Shilpus trying to see if he can maybe swing around towards him. Death and Decay on one side, trying to, again, deny the Feral any kind of stealth, just trying to let him take some kind of damage, but the Flash Gun is actually going to give him a little bit more of a stealth cover since he doesn't take health damage, but the shield damage. Silence out of Danil. Next time Chuplas himself more sequential, he could be in a great spot. Big burst out of Danil. This is what Chuplas needs to play. Defensive AMS is up. Needs to go for as much stuff as possible. Main by the Feral Druid. Doesn't take him out. Big by Chuplas. Trying to see if he can fight through it. Blind to follow. Using that Kevin Slime in order to gain whatever health he can. Is going to go for a couple of death strikes off Danil. And is just trying to desperately keep his health up with an AMZ. At this point, Antibiotic Zone against Moonfires and Swarms, that is all actually going to be quite helpful. Trying to sit down for food, stun by the Feral Druid, doesn't have any outs. Death Pact available very, very soon. If you can just survive long enough, maybe Death Pact, oh, does end up going into that execute mode. Cheat death at the last second, try to do whatever damage you can. Actually trying to see if you can break through the nil. But you're doing 50% less damage while you're in this cheat death mode. So there's only so much you can do. Speed gonna be up next versus Danil, who's actually been able to best Speed, but has only been able to best him with full Berserk go. He was able to get Trick out of Speed, stun lock him, full Berserk. It was like a Rake opener into a bash, full bleeds everything. I don't think he's gonna have those bleeds anytime soon. Speed is immediately gonna trick at evasion, try to see if he can be proactive versus Danil, able to swipe right through the flesh shaft. Get a shot as Danil is on bear form. He's gonna get chased down. But the Rogue, I don't think can break through him. Shadowy Duel, cheap shots back to back. Unless you got fatty crits, I don't know if you're gonna live this. It's gonna be Danil with the friends of regen, emergency heal. Trying to see if he can get some damage back to Speed. Got him some Berserk and everything. Trinkets out of it. This is where Speed could be in big, big trouble. Berserk, all those dots are up. Does he have the curing go? Gonna be a maim right after. Oh, doesn't give it a chance. Just has to live him long enough until he's got Berserk back, and then he takes him out. With Young X gonna be up next, trying to see if he can make it over towards Danil. Trying to see if he can take him out. Feral Druid versus RK Mage though, I don't know how you fight it. I don't know how you beat it. I know there's a way. There has to be a way. But it's definitely not going to be easy. Got him some Alter Time before the bleeds have really set in. That's good. Trying to go for a bit of a touch of magic. RK missiles to follow. Does he get the procs? He actually gets quite a bit of damage with the nil, but he doesn't have the line of sight. If only he had the line of sight, he may have been able to do much. Alter Time by the Mage maybe could survive this. Oh, using it at the right time is going to be powerful. Also, you got him some temporal, so maybe there's going to be bonus healing on top of it. Big bleed zone to Young. Does not have an ice book anymore. I think it's over. That maim locking it down. Got yourself an invis, but those bleeds are just going to keep you rotting. With Clean, trying to see if he can rot you down in a place. Got that spear. Going to be a wall for Danil. Trying to see if he maybe survive it. There's going to be an interrupt with a flesh cut to follow. He can't really stop it, but Clean is trying to see if he can maybe carve out portions of the flesh cut. Is not going to be sitting on that roar long at all. The bash by the Druid is going to trick it out of immediately. Trying to see if he can stay on top of Danil as best as he can. Leaping around the corner. Maybe he could go for a bit of a charge. Doesn't quite get it. Doesn't quite get it. But the warrior is just trying to chug along. If only this guy was a Necrolord, maybe would have given him a little bit more mood speed. Danil does catch a resell for a second, maybe a Shadow Melt for it too. And does get a stun onto Clean with all the dots. And you just gotta wait until the dots rot him down. I don't know if Clean got a Rallying Cry or Battle Master Trinket or whatnot. If he did, then those dots would definitely rot him down over time. I think it's over. Yeah, Blaze Storm. Last ditch effort. Last ditch effort with Crag trying to be the last one to try to see if he can take down the Feral Druid. Potentially. Flesh cut off for Danil. Crag just needs to go for the most amount of bursts possible. Again, Feral does not have a wall, so maybe this is where Crag can make some work here. but he kind of needs to wait for the Feral to open up on him, maybe away from any kind of pillars. Does Danil decide to open up right here? He's kind of next to a pillar. As soon as he stuns him, he wants to reposition to a pillar. And man, the pillar gameplay for this guy is strong. Just pillars. What's going on? But Kraken just try to see maybe if you can just... I think patience is a virtue in this game specifically. Especially against Danil. Does go for a main immediate IBF, trinket out of Danil. And that's going to be a pet erupting into a transformation. Quick cyclone. I never actually seen this pet cycloned. Actually, it's kind of interesting. I think it's like the same float animation. But there definitely is an animation. Try to give her a couple of bites as he's trying to kill the pet. Oh my god, wouldn't even let the Death Knight keep the pet, but the pet did do quite a bit of damage. Crag just needs to get somehow line aside of Danil this pillar though. He's just focusing on mobility at all times. He's not even focusing about fighting Crag, he's just focusing on staying behind the pillar, just trying to avoid any kind of damage from the guy. 70% dampener. Eventually the dampening is going to be probably his downfall. He's got him some wall friends and regen, but that's barely doing any kind of healing. So right now you're just less health than Crack. Crack has Dark Pact and everything, Trinket as well, so he has a little bit of health to work with. So at that point, like, trying to go for Berserk, but you may be limited on time. Big bleeds into Crack though, wait a second, oh my god. Did he actually do this? Oh, that's so... Not a fan of that kind of Feral playstyle, honestly. Literally played Ultimate, he's just pillaring and then bleeding. I mean, it's a safe play, but I'm not a fan. Not a fan! Oh my goodness. At least we got Chupas there, boys. At least we had Chupas there blasting them out, yeah?